Am I the a-hole for finally supporting my husband's ultimatum to his late wife's parents after they've repeatedly excluded my son? I, 35F, am in a loving blended family, but the extended family drama is crushing me. I have a wonderful 10-year-old son. My current husband, 32M, lost his first wife 4 years ago and has a 7-year-old son. We've built a beautiful family of 4. My husband treats both boys exactly the same, I do the same with my stepson, and the boys love each other like real brothers. We're genuinely happy despite everything. The problem is my husband's former in-laws, his late wife's parents. They constantly badmouth me and paint me as the evil stepmom, feeding every nasty stereotype, mean, neglectful, manipulative, jealous, etc., to my husband's parents and anyone who will listen. For example, after my stepson had a minor injury, they said things like, "Stepmoms can never be real. Why would she even care about him?" They accuse me of manipulating my stepson and try to turn everyone against me. Every time they visit, they completely ignore my son. No greetings, no conversation. They bring gifts, toys, chocolates, and sweets only for their biological grandson. When my kind-hearted stepson immediately shares everything with my son, as he always does, they get visibly annoyed, say things like, "Why are you sharing with him? That's for you only," and even try to pull him away. My husband has been solid and always says other people's opinions don't matter. He wanted to set a strong boundary earlier by announcing on my stepson's birthday, "If you are family, then you are family to both kids. If that's not possible, then you are not family and not invited." I stopped him because I thought a nice talk would work. I've been holding my husband back from taking any harsh steps in order to respect his former in-laws, as they lost their daughter. I wanted to respect the memory of his late wife and give them time to adjust. On my stepson's birthday last year, his side of the family showed up with gifts and love. On my son's birthday, almost no one came, and the few who did showed up empty-handed. Gifts aren't important to us as adults, but to a child it feels like rejection and being left out. My son was sad and has started asking me painful questions because of this exclusion, like why they don't like him or what he did wrong, which breaks my heart. I have zero family on my side, so he doesn't have that extended network. His birthday is coming up soon, and I'm dreading it. I'd even be happy to buy gifts myself that they could give him if that makes it easier. I just don't want him to feel left out again. Recently, after they left, my son refused to eat the chocolates or play with the shared toys. He quietly kept everything in his pockets and returned it all to me. That broke me. I'm completely fine with them loving their biological grandson more. That's natural. But the open hostility, exclusion of my son, and constant comments are painful. Edit, I finally stopped holding my husband back. He is now taking strict action and has given an ultimatum to his side of the family, either they are family to both kids or family to neither. Am I the a-hole for supporting this hard line now, after previously trying to keep the peace, or should I still be trying to make nice for the sake of family and my husband's late wife's memory? I just want my son to feel included and loved on his birthday instead of rejected again. Final update, my husband's parents came over for dinner. After dinner, they started a conversation about the ultimatum my husband had given them earlier. He had finally sat them down and asked why they blindly believed everything his former in-laws said about me. They responded that they've seen everything with their own eyes and listed their issues with me, that I'm too harsh and casual when talking about his mother's death, for example, saying, "She died," or "She is dead," instead of using softer words. That I'm careless, especially after their grandson had a small injury. That I'm trying to erase his mother's memory. They also accused me of manipulating my husband about the cat. My stepson wanted a cat, but my husband said no because he felt it would be cruel to bring a pet home when we couldn't give it proper care and attention. His parents tried to convince him to get one anyway. I didn't even know there had been an argument between him and his parents over this. I only knew that he had told my stepson no when he asked. Now they're claiming I manipulated him into refusing. My husband defended me and explained, "Our therapist specifically recommended that we be direct and straightforward about his mother's death so my stepson can learn the permanence of death at his age. That's why I use clear wording, not just about his mom, but even when referring to my own late relative. When he, my husband, was a child, he got injured often, including breaking his arm once, but that didn't mean his mother was careless." He asked them, "Do you think I'm stupid or blind? If my wife was actually doing something wrong, don't you think I would notice?" The conversation turned into a big argument, especially over the cat issue.